actually said it was playing games with my mind, the fact that I was crashing and could not explain them. Whatever the change,
you know, through his body. And when they got the confidence, they start to push and they can find that confidence and build from it. And nobody's better at it. I know we talk a lot about him, but Marquez.
Scores like we saw him throughout FP1, FP2 and FP3. Dovizioso's in hot down at turn.
He's probably going to be the man who will deliver the biggest threat tomorrow.
Really fighting Mark at the moment, is he? So he's just got to go out there and do it and put it on the line. I'm
viewpoint on the action in pit lane.
Jack Miller goes up into 5th. He's not really found himself too far away from the...
Yeah, I don't think this weekend. He may say, I won't approach it any differently, but that's still...
I mean, I think this weekend, if Mark duffs the Ducatis up here, it's going to hurt much more than Brno. Mark won pretty comfortably in Brno. He looks in imperious form again here this week.
Been struggling a fair bit. Has
scored 2.55, turn 4.
Now that's
from Marquez. He's just doing them with what looks like relative ease. He's doing them for fun. And Marquez made a great point last weekend. He said, I was always in that kind of comfort zone. If you can ever be always, although it was only +0.3, +0.4, he always felt in that comfort zone.
Well, exactly.
I was wondering, can you give us, to start off, can you give us an idea what it's like to ride this circuit? You've raced it before.
To be on the point and trying to make everything very good. I'm trying to understand the bike and do some...
With KTM, Chris, because you raced Danny, of course, back in the day. His size and his riding style.
And test, and for KTM to want that. But they obviously are very happy.
Scary, phenomenal, consistent pace. 24.2s, 24.3s. Don't think acceleration of some of his rivals around him. He does like a bit of top speeds, of course. His size, well, mine isn't as great as some of the other guys. What else can I do? This is the way I am. What else? This was just another absolute
Gene story, first of all, has been blown out of proportion by some of our Italian friends. And, you know, at the end of next year, what is Dovi going to be? 30 peak. So, yeah, don't get rid of him.
Yeah, he's doing something right, that's for sure. The phone's still ringing and buzzing with...
in the top 3 or 4 by the looks of things. Across the line for Dovi, in fact, 5th for now.
Tina Rossi are having pretty tough sessions right now. Crutchlow 15th, can't even get into a sub-25. That's a really good point. Marc Marquez actually mentioned that yesterday, because everybody was talking about how Honda have improved.
The 20-year-old rider finds himself somewhere near the sharp end, and he goes second with a 24.
Done a single lap, I don't think, all weekend on the hard rear tyre, Marquez. Pol Espargaro tailing
% of a mudguard. It's just the very front tip and nothing else. All the rear engine mount, they don't use it, meaning it's there.
Steel chassis, they can make modifications very quick, but yeah, you're right, pulling an engine.
Espargaro, top 3 for him, and that's where he stays. Jack Miller times between the soft and the medium are pretty much exactly the same. 24.165 comes in comfortably on either.
The track, the Michelin guys have said the track is very good here. So
it's like we normally see from him.
He does look comfortable, doesn't he? I think the only time I saw him was when he was trying to tyres. So, yeah, they're still obviously not comfortable, and they're obviously
really suffer. So the Yamaha boys will be hoping that Steve Day's weather for.
Medium tyres on, and just over a minute left of the session. Dovi goes to second, 24.063.
Vinales has gone up inside the top 3. Soft front, soft rear, then K's down the straights. So you cannot afford to make one small mistake, because you go Bagnaia for 7 laps. He was 1.5 seconds quicker. Dovizioso with a late stunner.
An improvement on this lap. Maverick Vinales is just behind these guys on a 23.983 from Maverick Vinales. So in the
bit more like it though from Andrea Dovizioso. Excellent last couple of laps. But Yamaha are back, certainly at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. 1:23 ahead of Miller, Petrucci, Rins, Oliveira back inside the top 10. Brilliant performance by the Portuguese. Warhorse, 16th place. Rossi will be grateful he's already through into 15-minute Q1 session. Keep an eye on Miguel Oliveira. He's had good rhythm all weekend. He will fancy his chances of coming through.
He's quite often the fastest rider in a lot of sections, the fastest Yamaha rider out there. So Franco said it's hard.
Yeah, it just puts him in that battle for the top 6 early doors, where Franco's got a little bit more work to do. And
to stand clear of the LCR Honda garage. He gave himself 2.
Probably struggling in that first corner. You're losing as much as half a second.
We can't tell you how these times are going yet because there's not been a lap time set to compare it against. He's on a fast lap and he might just get told off about that.
Well, you can see Franco Morbidelli is on the outside of the track. He picked it. That's the early benchmark. Quite comfortably clear of everybody else right now as the
soft rear tyre around turn 4. Miguel Oliveira, he goes fastest at 24.8 and surely he will go fastest. Cross the line, 24.
To get him straight into Q2. And Nye then sweeps through turn number and impede him. Back 9 does go top. A 24.261. Tito
time, not to P1, so he's in a bit of a danger zone there. 3, it was here 12 months ago where Bagnaia really psychologically took a huge advantage in the Moto2.
Wide in the turn, just offline there, and rear went away from him. Foot slips.
HRC, they value his input so much in terms of development and testing parts for the
to Q2 here. Iannone, the Caravan.
Cuff. It was a podium finish on the Suzuki, a race winner here on the Ducati. Morbidelli goes third, Iannone fifth, Rabat third place. Crutchlow just clings on. Be rare on the mechanical meltdowns.
Bagnaia remains fastest, he wasn't far away with that. It's all going to go off now, just over a minute left. Here comes Morbidelli, does. Second place, brilliant. Oliveira's on a flyer as well.
Inside that top 2, he's gone top. Oliveira, 1:24.130.
He's in 4th in this session. So far, so good for 35. Hopes of any sort of podium or result here in Austria this weekend. Well, the second here is Cal Crutchlow. Rabat's up as well.
Yeah, Pecco Bagnaia does tend to come out swinging. Crutchlow trying to deliver a late knockout blow on Oliver. Crutchlow line, he goes top, 23.829. And on Miguel Oliveira, he is. Bagnaia does it, a 23.9. Slow and Bagnaia was what he tipped. We're never going to hear the end of that one. We'll still be here.
It's up to them. Good luck, Mayo. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to Yamaha. Qualifying begins.
Of a second, splitting Marc Marquez and Andrea Dovizioso. It was the closest qualifying.
Time to deliver for Maverick Vinales. He's got a gaps. Are going to come in here, though, from Vinales. Across the line, 23.9 for Maverick Vinales. Get the feeling you're going to need some
attack mode really at the end of FP4, didn't he? And got down to a 1:23.8, I seem to recall.
Sector 3, and Harry, he's so strong, only 1,000th of a second up on Maverick Vinales.
The onboard shot through turn number 9 cost him a little bit of time in that 4th sector.
Very good pace, over a quarter of a second up on his personal best time.
When somebody's parked in the middle of the corner, they haven't got the punch off the corner. 23 medium rear tyre. Jack Miller, he goes 5th now.
Lap, he's not going to make it onto the front row with his second Frenchman. He goes across the line, second then for him, 23.68.
The track limit with a 23.359. Punches Marquez.
And it will be tight, he's not far away. It's his estimated positions, him up a place or 2. Miller goes 4th.
Yeah, Vinales has backed out. Has he kept 2 soft tyres left for the remainder of this session? With Dovizioso over the line. Dovi goes 6. Petrucci. Tyre changes going on as well for LCR Honda's Cal Crutchlow.
So after 1 lap, medium is the go.
Thanks, Simon. We're just
Quattararo.
Simon was right there.
Though second place would be the order of the day for Maverick. Pol Espargaro just behind him, currently.
150th Grand Prix start. He'd love to do it from the front row of the grid. Steel trellis frame underneath and gets a good workout through that final corner. And Pol Espargaro actually a great 4th sector.
He's on a good lap here, quite tidy. He's a quarter of a second down, but this could be good enough to
try and put more bikes between himself and the Ducatis. Miller stays in 4th place.
Marquez for Dovi. He can't match the pace of Marc Marquez right now. 3rd place.
There's another pole position beckoning for him. It's a 23.027.
Got to stay on that front row. He's got to consolidate that position. Moves up to 2nd place. It's a good lap from Dovi.
Oh, he just misses out on the front row start.
Well, yeah, he was just into turn 4. We've seen it over the weekend.
Heck, a lot of work then for Petrucci to do.
Nakagami's gone 6th. Quattararo's now gone up into 2nd.